Today, we're going to be putting a twin disc clutch in a 2007 Dodge Ram 2500. Southbend Clutch is a local company to where I live, so it's actually pretty easy to get their products in a timely manner. They specialize in clutches, and I'm not sure what else, but we have the dual disc clutch kit and their master and slave cylinder kit here that we're going to be putting on today, and I'm going to do a little walkthrough on it. So here we have, looks like we have some instructions. Very nice. Little checkoff list, some stickers, pressure plate, remove the washer from, oh wow, we got a shift fork and all. Not a shift fork. Alrighty, turns out super heavy in here. Not gonna be able to give you a true unboxing video. I had to carry it from the bed to this table. Wasn't fun. Anyway, gives you a pivot. It comes with this new pivot bracket. You put the pivot ball in the transmission and the throwout bearing sits in here. Boop. And then that goes through the shaft of the transmission. And then when you press on your clutch, that is what disengages a clutch to make the truck not have power from the engine to the transmission. Or vice versa. I might have said that backwards on this bracket. But we'll find out when we take that out. But this is a dual disc clutch from Southbend Clutch, and I'm super excited to be putting this on. Comes with a flywheel. There is a built-in throwout bearing in the flywheel, so that's all new. It's got new hardware, and we're gonna start taking this thing apart. Alrighty, we got the transmission out. Don't worry about that harness. And here she is. Man, she is a big girl. Yeah. I'd say this clutch has been gone for quite a long time. That's terrible. Wow. I cannot wait to see the clutch and the flywheel on this freaking thing. Hi, Tucker. Good boy. Yes, you got a boo-boo on your head. Alright, now that we got the transmission out, we're going to go ahead and remove the clutch. And I can't tell from here. I mean, you could definitely see some. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it's like melted clutch material or something. It doesn't look wet, so it's not like there's a bunch of oil getting in there causing it to slip, but we're gonna get this removed and taken apart and check it out. Oh, there's a spring missing. Whoa. All right. Oh, there's a couple of springs missing. All right, let's get this thing out and take a look at it. Okay, here's the flywheel. There are many hot spots. Several is an understatement. I'm very surprised that this clutch just didn't explode. The clutch material that's missing here, this is the other side. This is a pressure plate. Look at all the hot spots on that. This is the plate that goes between the two clutch discs. But we're gonna go ahead and get the flywheel off and start cleaning, prepping, and then we'll take apart our new clutch, which is in the box over there. It has paint in one spot. I'm assuming they want you to put it back together, align it correctly. And it came with a new slave and master, so we'll have to find out how this is routed and get that ran through as well. So, all right, we have the pressure plate, which is extremely heavy. Disc 1. Gotta be careful not to touch anything. Pressure plate side. PP. Then our secondary plate. Oh, that's what those rubber things were. Saw a bunch of these rubber things inside the bell housing of the transmission. And yes, I said transmission on purpose. And then our final disc. And here is our flywheel. We're going to be going ahead and installing this, and yeah, went ahead and did some cleanup and put the new pivot arm in with the new throwout bearing. I cleaned up all the gunk off here, and I was told by a transmission builder to lube this up with brake caliper grease, because if you use regular grease, it'll eventually work its way to the shaft and sling around on your pressure plate and your flywheel and create hot spots, whereas brake caliper grease is designed to dissipate. So on all of our moving parts here, you can see that slides back and forwards. So did top and bottom here, and we're gonna go, oh, and then here's all the chunks of clutch material that I was able to get off the bell housing. This is absolutely breathtaking. I tried the best I could to get as much as I could, but I'm not going to spend all day getting all this stuff off. So we're going to put the truck together. We're going to install the flywheel, and we're going to torque the bolts to 70 foot-pounds. Looked it up on my old data, and for this model, it's not a dual mass flywheel. So yeah, I always like to clean off my metal parts with some brake cleaner. Oh yeah, get in that bearing too, buddy. That way it has a nice clean surface to bond to the actual clutch disc. I don't know if it matters, but I don't want to clean the material off the clutch disc, because there may be some adhesive on there that when it warms up, it helps cure the discs. I don't know if there's any truth behind that, but they say that's what there is on brake pads, so we're just going to go with that. I'm going to wipe this down and go ahead and install this. Turns out I made a mistake. I thought there were springs that were supposed to go in here, that are missing on both clutch discs. And on the new ones, there's these insulators. Okay, we went ahead and torqued the flywheel on. I cleaned up as much clutch material off the back as I could. Torqued the flywheel down 70 foot-pounds on these bolts that Southbend clutch supplied, so that's super awesome. We're gonna go and throw the first clutch disc on, and then the pressure plate, the middle steel plate, then the second clutch disc, then the pressure plate here. All right, we have all of our spray paint marks lined up. Got the pressure plate torqued down to 22 foot-pounds in a star pattern. We have the pressure plate, the two pressure plates and the pilot shaft bearing aligned, ready for the transmission to be installed. I went ahead and put in the new master and slave cylinder, and I think we're ready to pop the transmission in. Just wanted to give everything a once over real quick. Okay, double check. And I think we're good. Let's put this transmission in. Mental note, do not draw the transmission in with the bolts. This gap, see how small that gap is? Was performed just by pushing the transmission in. That's how you know your shafts are aligned and your input shaft is in the pilot bearing. So then you don't mess anything up. Just a little note. Okay, we got the transmission in. I went ahead and went to the store, got some ATF plus 4. Make a rhyme every time. Just kidding. Anyway, went ahead and cleaned the base of the shifter off. They specified to use Mopar sealant on the shift tower here. I don't know if you can read that, but it doesn't say Mopar. And that's what we're going to use to do this real quick. All right, we got it on there. Oh, if that's not art, I don't know what is. Oh crap. Whoops. Oh yeah. Okay, and got my jump box on there because the batteries died. We're gonna go ahead. I went ahead and got the adjuster. I adjusted the pedal out. They said to make it about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch above the brake pedal, which where it was looks pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and do our first start. Here's first gear. Oh, look at that engagement. Wow. Second. Third. Fourth. Yeah, before I could put it in, you know, pretty much any gear and just sit there and it not go anywhere until I gave it some gas. So it's a lot better than it was.